But assuming what works for you will work for them, especially if it's different, won't work. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the 5 love languages. You probably have heard of this term. It's been thrown around and has been pretty popular for a little while. It's based on the book of the 5 love languages by Dr. Gary Chapman. Understanding your partner's love language and them understanding yours will make your love life at its best. Most people have only one primary love language, but some people speak 2. So if you are interested in knowing about the 5 love languages, continue watching. What you may think is an act of love, your partner may disagree. So it's important to not assume what their love language is, and you should just ask. None of these 5 languages are any gender specific, and again, most people speak primarily 1, but some speaks 2. Number 1 is words of affirmation. Number 2 is quality time. 3 is receiving gifts. Number 4 is acts of service, and number 5 is physical touch. Your love language is words of affirmation. You love to tell people that you love them and how much you appreciate them. You love to give compliments and receive compliments. Then this might be you. For the love language of quality time, you love undivided attention, and when things or plans don't go through, like hanging out with your friends or your partner, it will hurt you. Then maybe this is you. And if your love language is receiving gifts, every occasion you love to receive gifts, and you give gifts as well. And when your partner misses a occasion, you get very upset. If your love language is acts of service, you like to do things for your partner. Like you like to prepare a nice breakfast for your partner, or like to clean their space for them, and you enjoy doing chores for them. It's things that you don't have to do, but you choose to do because you want to show them that you love them and you care for them. Then maybe this is you. And if your love language is physical touch, then you like to be around the person you love, and you like to give them hugs. You like to be touching them, but not in a sexual way, but just unintentionally, without realizing that you're like rubbing their back because it's comforting for you. Your love language might be physical touch. It's just as important to understand your partner's love language as it is to understand your own, especially if it is different from yours. Knowing the love language can give you an insight of knowing what's most important to you and your partner and what will hurt you the most. For example, acts of service is what dominates my love language by far. So when my partner makes me dinner, or carries the grocery bags for me, or he warms up my hands for me when I'm cold and lends me his coat, that's when I feel the most appreciated and loved. On the other hand, if he lacked following through with small and large tasks and being inactive rather than proactive, then I will be the most upset. In a relationship, it's really important to know your partner's relationship. That way you can give them the most love and make them feel most appreciated when they need it the most. A common issue is projecting your love language onto your partner's, but assuming what works for you will work for them, especially if it's different, won't work. But it can be fixed. You can ask what their love language is, or go online and take a quiz to see what it is, and pay attention to their top 3 love languages. Start making a change in your relationship. Also, make sure to consider their love language when problems arise. That way you will know how to fix it and make them feel the most appreciated. I hope you liked today's video, and I hope it encouraged you to go out and find what your partner's love language is, and for them to find out what's yours. That way your relationship can be even stronger and be at its best. Don't forget to press the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye! Stop, breathe, and think of something you enjoy. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lyna and I make videos about what it's like living with a chronic illness and self-care tips for you. Today we're going to be talking about what overthinking can do to you. And if you're interested in knowing, please keep watching. Overthinking involves how bad you feel and about things that you cannot control. It won't help you develop a new insight, and it can lead to serious emotional distress. And it can increase your risk of mental health problems. Thinking about something in endless circles is really exhausting. We all overthink a few things sometimes. But chronic overthinkers spend most of their waking hours in excessive and intrusive thoughts about negative experiences and feelings. For example, a person with a history of trauma may be unable to stop thinking about that trauma, or while a person with depression may persistently think negative and self-defeating thoughts. I'm going to share with you 6 strategies to help you stop the effects of overthinking. Number 1, distract yourself. Engaging in pleasant activities like exercise or hanging out with your friends and family can help ease you from overthinking the cycle of thoughts that you've been thinking about. But of course, with COVID-19 happening right now, we can't really get together and gather. But we can practice safe social distancing by having a phone call or having a virtual meetup, like through Zoom, Skype, or FaceTime. This will distract yourself and stop that cycle of having your negative thoughts. Number 2, stop the train of thought. When you catch yourself overthinking in circles, stop, breathe, and think of something you enjoy. Like your favorite ice cream, or what you will be making for lunch and or dinner tonight. If you enjoy the nature, you can think about mountains or think about a memory when you were overlooking a beautiful lake. The point is to catch yourself from overthinking and stop it right there. Number 3, schedule ruminating thoughts. Of course, we can't change right away. Scheduling and allowing yourself to have that time to overthink can also be effective. For example, we can set a maximum amount of time to allow ourselves to feel this way, like a maximum of 30 minutes a day. And when the timer goes off, you stop, get up, and you start doing something else. This can help you let your thoughts run through and help you cope. And having awareness is the beginning of change. Knowing you do it is already a great accomplishment. Number 4, you can share your thoughts. You can talk to someone you trust, like a close friend or family member, about how you're feeling, and they can help console you. The point of this is to let your thoughts out, and someone can give you a different perspective on what they think. Number 5, write it down. Writing and journaling out your negative thoughts on paper will help you relieve stress. It can also help you put things into perspective. Number 6, meditate. There's 12 science-based benefits of meditating. It reduces stress and helps control anxiety, promotes emotional health, and enhances self-awareness. It lengthens attention span, may reduce age-related memory loss, can help generate kindness within yourself, and may even help with addictions. There are many apps online and or YouTube videos that help guide you through meditation if meditation is new to you. Number 7, realizing you can't predict the future. Can't change the past, and we most certainly cannot predict the future. What we have is only now. So it means enjoying what's happening now and living for today. Choosing to live in the past or the future not only robs you from enjoying today, but it also robs you from living truly. I hope you liked today's video and learned a few strategies to help ease your mind from overthinking. And remember, being aware that you do is already the beginning of change. So go easy on yourself. Please press the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye! That's because us humans are social creatures, and we have the need for connection. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lyna and I make videos about living with a chronic illness and self-care tips for you. As technology advances and content explodes, we continue to spread our attention across multiple screens, problems, and people. Knowing how connected we feel to other people is a strong predictor of our happiness and self-worth. And if you're interested in learning how to connect with other people, please continue watching. Us humans are wired for connection. Deeply connected relationships can ultimately give us true meaning and purpose in life. Here are some tips I'm going to share with you if you want to learn how to connect with more people. Number 1, put down your phone. We live in such a digital world now that our smartphones become a huge distraction. No one is going to think you're listening to them if your eyes are glued to the screen. Put down your phone and look up at your partner or your friend. Give them your undivided attention. Number 2, ask questions. Questions are the best way to gain deeper insights and develop more innovative solutions. People are afraid that by asking questions, they will seem weak, ignorant, or unsure. But in fact, asking questions is a sign of strength and intelligence. Try to practice asking more questions in your everyday conversations. Intelligent questions will stimulate, provoke, inform, and inspire. Asking questions not only helps you understand the person's situation, but it lets you see that you care enough to engage. Number 3, validate their feelings. Validation is, in essence, the act of helping someone feel heard and understood. It has the power to calm fears and concerns, add a boost to joy and excitement, and helps to avoid or quickly resolve arguments. That's because us humans are social creatures, and we have the need for connection, regardless of our age, gender, or background. Statements like, "I would feel that way too," "Your feelings are normal," "Anyone who went through that would be sad," "At least you're learning something from this," or "Everything will be okay." Statements like these would help make the person feel like their feelings are normal, and that they know that you honor the way that they are feeling. Number 6, find common ground. The key is to really listen to them and to see if you can spot something that can help you guys bond. Having this common ground will help provide a pathway of communication which help leads to trust. Through trust, a friendship and a stronger connection can be established. Sometimes you might think that listening is enough when your partner or your friend is upset. But showing you understand how they are feeling and that you are there to listen is even more important. The Journal of Personality and Social Psychology published a study conducted by the researchers at the University of California, Berkeley, found that couples that understood each other better in an argument thought more highly of their relationships. In fact, just a simple act of one partner trying to understand the other made the person feel happier. In the end, it's about the way that you guys interact together, much more so than what you guys do together. And it can make all the difference in your relationship. I can share with you in my own experience. In my early 20s, I felt really hard connecting with people around my age because I finished school early and started working much earlier on than most of my friends. And I was interested in different things like the rental housing market and investments. But no one my age seemed into that. And then I was diagnosed in my mid-20s with the scary autoimmune disease scleroderma. And it made me feel even more different and even more disconnected with everyone else. I had to completely shift the way that I was living in order to adjust to my new routine, for a better body and healthier way of living for the sake of my body and health. It's funny, I've always told my husband that I feel like I'm 20 years older than the people my age. Like really, my interests and hobbies were like old people things and old people problems. I had to really push hard to still connect with people. The best thing that I found was finding a common ground with my old friends and my new friends that I've met along the way. With old friends, we would connect on the fact that we've known each other for so long. We have spent so much of our childhood to teenage years growing up together. And for the new friends, we would bond over similar interests, like interest in similar music and parties that we like to attend. Even better yet was meeting people online in support groups with the same disease as me. It was so amazing to see how many people have my disease, but yet I felt so alone and disconnected prior to joining these support groups. Connecting with people made me want to put down my phone, made me want to ask them questions. It made me feel validated and it made me feel like I was being heard and understood. It made me feel like I belonged. And that's why I'm here today sharing my stories with all of you. The whole internet. because I feel like I have my own place in the world now. And I want to do my part and spread awareness for my disease and help those around me to truly live a happy life. I hope you can feel the joy that I'm trying to spread through this virtual world to you or to with anyone you feel like sharing this video to. Kind of like when Oprah's like, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. I truly want to connect with you all. And here I am gonna give you a big virtual hug. Anyways, if you made it this far to this video, you are amazing. And I'd like to share that this video today being released is actually on my birthday. And I'd like to thank you for spending the time out of your day to hang out with me and watch my video. I turned 29 today. I'm mind blown. And give me a thumbs up and subscribe to connect and validate me so I can validate you. That we appreciate each other and we have a common ground. You see what I did there? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed these videos and these tips help you realize if we want to connect to people, we have to get over the idea that being vulnerable is weak. We are wired for connections. Connected relationships can ultimately give us true meaning and purpose in life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Facing your fears mean you survived a trauma or several and have effectively coped with it, emerged and changed for the better. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lyna and I make videos about living with chronic illness and self-care tips for you. Today we're going to be talking about facing your fears. And if you want to know more about it, please continue watching. So it's normal to avoid the things you fear. However, avoidance prevents you from learning the things you fear are not as dangerous as you think. Starting with situations that are less scary, you work your way up to things that cause you a great deal of anxiety. Over time, you will build up confidence in those situations and may even come to enjoy them. This process often happens naturally. And with practice, fear can be managed and kept under control. Facing fears will help you create appropriate responses, helps you develop courage, helps you develop wisdom, helps you develop compassion, and it helps you develop resilience. We need to activate fear in order for us to prove that we're not necessarily in danger. Over time, our brains learn that this is not an object or an event we should be frightened of, because we provoke and challenge that fear. The common fears are fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of change, fear of public speaking, fear of the unknown, fear of losing, ironically, also fear of success. Allowing yourself to be scared and vulnerable is a form of self-acceptance. If we can accept and nurture ourselves through these negative emotions, we become better at accepting and nurturing the ones we love. Overall, it helps us become more compassionate human beings. Overcoming a fear is done through actions. We can use our fear as one of the strongest motivational emotions we can experience. Of course, it's rare to totally eliminate fear from one's life. However, with practice, fear can be managed and kept under control. When we face our fear, we develop emotional courage. Many situations in life causes us to do something we find scary, upsetting, and uncomfortable. By stepping outside of our comfort zones, we develop emotional courage. Unfortunately, when we feel uncomfortable, we tend to avoid the situation or procrastinate and find excuses. But avoidance always comes with a price. Anytime we avoid, it makes us even more anxious. Asking yourself, what is the worst that can happen to me if I said yes? What most of us will discover is that in most situations, we can actually handle it. Also, you have to think, what if you said no and continued on with life with no changes? Are you going to start having regrets that will start piling up? Wisdom comes from all of life's experience. but it's the fearful and bad ones in particular that teaches us great lessons. Anyone who is interested in trying new things and reflecting on the process and learning from it has the ability to gain wisdom. Facing your fears mean you survived a trauma or several and have effectively coped with it, emerged and changed for the better. Dealing with fears also help you develop compassion. When you yourself has been afraid, you're likely to feel patient and have compassion for the ones that are experiencing similar situations. The quote, "Be kind, for everyone you meet is facing a hard battle." When you put yourself in someone else's shoe, it will soften your heart and grow your empathy muscles. If you're in need of deep inner healing, seek out support of a skilled therapist, spiritual counselor, or a life coach who can help facilitate your inner transformation. When you do the work to heal your fear, mind, soul, and spirit, compassion will naturally follow. And when you face your fear, you'll also develop resilience. Resilience is the ability to recover quickly and easily from stress, upsets, and setbacks. You can't learn from a mistake until you've admitted that you've made it. When you acknowledge your mistake, think about what you can do to prevent it from happening again. That's when you'll motivate yourself to become more knowledgeable and resilient. In my own experience, I was so fearful of attending doctor's appointments because I was so terrified of what they had to say and how bad my disease has progressed or how rare and serious my disease is. But continuing to expose myself and attending these doctor's appointments, it has prepared my mind for the good and bad news that they have to break to me. And eventually, the fear of attending these medical appointments lessened, and I was able to put them under control. Another thing I was terrified about was for my stem cell transplant. Because like all treatments, there are always risks involved, and complications can occur, and my life could be at risk. But I knew if I didn't face this fear and go through with it, I'll always have regrets of not knowing how my life could have improved or could have changed for the better. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and encouraged you to realize how facing your fears can help you achieve massive success in life, and with practice, your anxiety will naturally lessen, and you can emerge and change for the better. So tell me, what fear are you ready to face? Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to get new video updates from me. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! And to see your body start changing and your health deteriorate, you start taking things less and less for granted. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lyna and I make videos about living with a chronic illness and self-care advice for you. Today we're going to be talking about gratitude and how gratitude saved me. So if you're interested in knowing, please continue watching. Have you ever thought about how rare our disease is? And out of all people, you and I got it. We were the lucky one chosen. Gratitude is a simple thing, but we all forget about it sometimes. If you bring more gratitude into your life, you will feel happier. If you don't start practicing gratitude right now, you're gonna be setting yourself up to lose. You'll always want more and think that you don't have enough. When you open your eyes to what you already have, you'll feel more full and change life for the better. There are 7 scientifically proven benefits that practicing gratitude can do. Number 1, gratitude will open up more doors to more relationships. 2, it can improve physical health. Number 3, it will improve psychological health. 4, it enhances empathy and reduces aggression. Number 5, grateful people sleep better. Number 6, it improves self-esteem. Lastly, number 7, gratitude increases mental strength. We all have days where we aren't feeling the greatest sometimes. For example, we can wake up with a flare-up, or we just feel shitty sometimes. But that's okay. Don't be so hard on yourself. But still do give yourself a pat on the back to still have the energy to brush your teeth and shower and put your clothes on. We all strive for perfection and success. And when we fall short, we feel useless and worthless. But what we don't seem to realize is the little steps that we do every day when we get out of our bed and put ourselves out there is already an accomplishment itself. If you're finding it hard to find things to be grateful for, you can start by being more specific. For example, if you have a vehicle, you could be very grateful that you can afford car insurance. If you don't have a vehicle and you take the bus instead, grateful that you can afford the bus pass. If you don't take the bus and you have a bike instead, you can be grateful that you can ride your bicycle from site A to site B. Lastly, if you don't own a bicycle and you walk, you could be grateful that you have walking legs. When you start doing all this, you'll realize how much abundance you have in life. I also believe that people with chronic illnesses have heightened senses, because once you're diagnosed with something, it makes you already super scared, and to see your body start changing and your health deteriorate, you start taking things less and less for granted. I can share with you some things that I am so grateful for after I've been diagnosed with scleroderma. Things that I no longer take for granted anymore is feeling hot. I used to be cold all the time. My fingers were cold, my toes were always cold, and since treatment, my body has regulated a lot more. My whole core and my whole body is warmer more often than cold now. Sometimes I even get hot, but I don't even care because I'd rather be warm than cold. And to me, being warm is a good sign. Another thing that I no longer take for granted is my thin hair. So before treatment, my natural hair is actually more on the thinner side. But after going through treatment and losing my hair and getting to see how my hair is slowly growing day by day, I don't even care. It makes me see how far I've come since then. Even if my hair was naturally thin, I'll still love every little inch of it. I'm also super grateful that I live in Canada and for all the nurses and doctors and health professionals that has helped me through my whole scleroderma journey since being diagnosed. I'm grateful our healthcare system is so great and covers so much. I'm grateful for my work and how understanding and accommodating they are with my schedule. I'm grateful I have so many friends and family surrounding me with such great love and so much support. And it gives me strength to show them that I want to live my life to the fullest potential and be even more happy, so it makes them happier. Grateful I was able to get married last year, 2019, and have a beautiful wedding surrounding us with a lot of friends and family before this whole COVID-19 hit. I really feel for the brides for 2020, the ones that have to postpone their wedding or cancel their wedding in general. From these examples, I hope you can see how taking the time for gratitude is so important to our peace of mind and happiness. It's a great way to remind ourselves of how lucky we are for what we have and who we have in our life. I hope you guys liked today's video, and I hope it encouraged you to make a list of things that you're grateful for, and maybe even share a few things that you're grateful for in life to me in the comments below. I would love to see. Don't forget to press the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you. Bye! Have you ever wondered where the name screwdriver came from? How are you supposed to know that that is orange mixed with vodka? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Lyna and I make videos about living with a chronic illness and self-care tips for you. As you can see from the title, today we're going to be talking about things that no one teaches you. No matter how many years or kind of education we received, there are some things that only life can teach us. I call it the lessons that we learn in the school of life. Just a disclaimer, these are things in my opinion as I navigated through adulthood and realized that no one talks about or no one teaches you either. And if you're interested, please continue watching. Who knew in order to prevent your windshield in a car from fogging or defrosting, you had to turn on the heat? Funny story. So I actually had to learn this on my own. I didn't have my own vehicle yet and I was still driving my mom's car. So one night I was leaving my friend's house and it was pretty cold. The windshield became foggy. There was some frost and I thought, oh yeah, whatever, I'll just drive home. And so I had to pull over and call my cousin and he came to my rescue and he said, you have to turn on the heat. And yeah, that blew my mind. And I was like driving and peeking down below to see if, those down because I thought maybe having the window down and the air coming in would kind of defrost that windshield, but nobody taught me to alcohol cocktail drink names. So when I turned 18 and started going to the bars, I had no idea what alcoholic drink names were and what was cool. Like, have you ever wondered where the name screwdriver came from? How are you supposed to know that that is orange mixed with vodka? I'm so confused. The name just doesn't make sense with the drink. Maybe wait before you go to a bar on your 18th birthday, you should be given a handbook of the names of the alcoholic drinks. Like who knew Sex on the Beach or Porn Star or what a Caesar was. Of course, there's the obvious like vodka cran or rum and coke, but still, I think no one really teaches you that and you only really find out as you navigate through the bar scene. Number 3, how insurance works. There's home insurance, car insurance, renter's insurance if you rent, life insurance. It's almost like everything in life that has a value requires insurance. And you never realize how important to have it until you need to use it. Number 4, relationships. School doesn't teach you how maintaining a relationship requires dedication and it's built over time. And some people you meet in life are for reasons and some are for lessons. Until you find out the hard way when fallout happens. Number 5, how to buy a home or a car. These are usually people's biggest purchases in life and you just don't learn enough knowledge on that and what's best for you. There's renting or leasing and timing and negotiating. And then there's maintenance of a home. The maintenance of the home part still stresses me out. For example, who knew you're supposed to change a filter? I mean, the furnace filter. Every 6 months or once a year? Number 6, turning on the hood fan or exhaust fan when you're cooking or showering. The exhaust fan works wonderfully. It sucks out all the moisture and all the smell out of your home. If you don't do that, it can do some serious damage to your property. I feel like nobody really taught us that, and only we found out ourselves. Number 7, how taxes work. Taxes are still confusing to me to this day. We all have to file them every single year. I'm just glad I have somebody that helps me to do them. Number 8, how to keep records. Some records are to be kept for a year, some for 5, and some for life, and it's so important to distinguish them. Number 9, we should always question everything. We should always have a healthy sense of skepticism. We should continue to teach kids to be respectful and listen to their teachers, but question everything still. You don't want to be naive and gullible and believe everything everyone tells you. Number 10, to know how you learn. Again, not taught in school, but yet so crucial in order to become effective. Are you a visual learner or are you more of a reader learner? You seem to figure out that on your own. 11, knowing how to love someone. And knowing each person has a different way of showing and perceiving love. I'm talking about the 5 love languages, and if you're interested, I actually made a video about this. So go to my videos and check that out after this one. Number 12, entrepreneurship skills. For example, like how to start your own business. Everyone isn't going to be a business owner, but it's like it's not even an option. The social norm assumes that you're either going to work for someone or go to school like college and work for someone else. I believe we should all be taught how to be an entrepreneur. Number 13, how contracts work and the proper legal lingo. Just like insurance, contracts also have their own lingo. You need to have the proper lingo in order for your contract to be legal and effective. You only learn that as you navigate through adulthood. Number 14, anything about the bank and reasoning for all these different bank accounts. And understanding investments, and this goes in with stocks as well. And your different credit cards and how to pay bills and how to save money, how to budget and personal finances and our credit score. 15 is the power of the internet. Sometimes I feel like the internet is the most important invention of mankind. We live in the most amazing time ever. You can Google, type a question, and have thousands of answers in a split second. Things have now changed and you can do almost anything on the net. You can pay bills, deposit checks, order food, and there's hundreds of tutorial videos or ebooks and podcasts you can find on any topic. Also, you can even meet friends online, like me. I hope you guys liked today's video and comment below and tell me what you have learned yourself as you navigated through your own school of life. I'd like to know. Please don't forget to press like and subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Oh, it's actually like raining. I'm glad I packed up when I did. Look, it's raining. Okay. What else do we do when it rains? Hi friends, it's Lyna here. Today we are gonna do a self-love video and I'm gonna be taking myself on a date. Right now I am in line in the drive-thru to order some Starbucks, but essentially today we are gonna do everything that I love to do because why not? We all deserve to treat ourselves a little, right? So I'm gonna order myself a yummy drink and I'm gonna try to go to a park and relax a little and people watch and maybe feed some birdies or whatever, but I'm gonna do things that I like to do because I love myself. And I hope that through me, it would encourage you to do little things in your day that can really boost your mood and happiness and love yourself a little more than you already do. If you're interested in seeing how I take myself on a date video, please continue watching. So as you can see, I am not wearing sleeves today. Yay! A pat on the back. So ever since I was diagnosed, I've always been super insecure about my skin and I've always wanted to cover it, but also I kind of have to at the same time because I do want to protect it from the sun. But today has been really nice. It's not sunny at all. It's mainly cloudy and windy, but it's still so hot and so beautiful that, you know, I'm just like, I'm gonna rock no sleeves because why not? What there is to order. I'm feeling something chocolatey. Hi, can I get a s'mores frappuccino?
What's that?
Grande? No, that's everything. Thank you. Woohoo! It sounds so good. No, it's raining. Okay, well, when life throws you lemons, you make lemonade. I don't know. It ruins my plan. It's raining. Master plan? Today I also decided not to wear my wigs because I just wanted to embrace my true hair and this regrowth and because I do feel like it is really beautiful and it is long enough that I can really rock it now. Like, look, it's so nice. I still kind of have to wait until the top here kind of grows down to here, but other than that, I'm pretty happy with the regrowth still. Okay, so it is sprinkling just a little bit, but I decided to go to the park anyways, and I might just maybe sit in the car, and at least you have a view. I was thinking maybe I could like jump to the back and then open up the back trunk and just have it open, but I have shelter, but I can still enjoy the view. That'd be a cute day idea, hey? So romantic. Oh, I'm so romantic. Okay, let's drive around to see if there's a better spot. It's a little windy, but I decided, and it's not really raining that hard, decided to come out anyways. Hopefully you guys can hear me and the wind sound isn't too strong. But yeah, I'm just gonna look for a spot. Got my Starbucks, I got my sun tanning mat, and we're just gonna have a jolly old time alone. Okay, so it looks really nice around here. Look at all this. Just an empty field. So beautiful. And it's just within the city. Isn't that amazing? Just in a random neighborhood. Okay, I'm gonna find a field and lay myself out. Hopefully I don't get rained on. But if you do, you guys will see me get rained on. Might be quite entertaining. So nice to be out here. It's amazing. I love it. Honestly, I think everybody should do this for themselves and just have some alone time because we all deserve it. I also brought my speaker out just so I can play some music that I love. I brought out my water, drink. We're set to go. I also have a notepad too, in case if I get inspired by anything and I can quickly jot it down. I think I actually got bitten on the forehead by a mosquito. Yay! I think I've already gotten a mosquito bite. It's so yummy. I like it. It feels so nice to be out here. Thumbnail. Okay, so I actually got some bird food as well. It's just croutons, so I'm wondering if I should go look for a lake and feed it to the birdies, the loons and the ducks, and they'll really enjoy it, I think. Okay, let's go do it. Okay, we made it back into the car in time. Now it's actually like raining. I'm glad I packed up when I did. Look, it's raining. Okay. What else do we do when it rains? Something about being in the green spaces just makes you feel so alive, and it makes us feel so good. Being outdoors definitely increases everyone's sense of adventure. It's so much fun. And isn't it just so crazy to think that some of the world's most beautiful art and literature is inspired by the outdoors? Hey guys, so the rain actually stopped raining. I'm getting my knees wet from the grass. Anyways, the rain actually stopped raining and I just continue to go on this date for myself. I'm just feeding the birdies now. Guys, there's a whole bunch that's just coming. I'm kind of scared. Okay, I'm kind of scared. The mom duck is just right there. Cute. Bye, friends. Bye. Have a good life. Grow up to be wonderful and kind ducks, okay? Oh my goodness, that was so cute. That totally made my day. Oh, it's amazing how you see the mom and dad ducks don't eat and then they save the food for the little babies. Oh, warms my heart. Nature is just so beautiful. I love it. Next up on this adventure date, we are gonna go to a park because I feel like I want to play on some swings. I haven't done it since probably last year, so it's about time. So let's go and find a park and we can have some fun. People probably think I'm like crazy. Okay, let's go. I just found this randomly and you know, we're just gonna go on an adventure today and I'm glad I'm bringing you guys along with me. Thanks for coming, guys. You're like my besties. Best friends forever. Okay, so I found us a park and it has swings. So I'm gonna set myself up. Okay, look. So much fun. Okay. How do you make it go straight? When was your guys' last time going on swings? I kind of lucked out because I'm like the only one here. I'm gaining momentum. Roller coasters. Whoa! Oh God. Calm down. Just let it swing. Let's do its thing. Okay, let's try to jump. That was not really glamorous. That was still a good jump off. I truly had an amazing time today and I'm so glad I was able to bring you guys along with me, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I truly hope it encouraged you to go out and do some small little things, just like going to a park, going for a walk, feeding some loons and duckies and birdies, and getting yourself a super yummy drink and treat yourself, because you truly are special and nobody can be a better version of yourself than you. So thank you for watching my video, and please don't forget to press like and subscribe and make sure the notification bell is on so you guys get new video updates from me. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Some things we have to learn ourselves and go through it ourselves, otherwise we won't learn our lesson. welcome back to my channel. My name is Lyna and I make videos about living with a chronic illness and self-care tips for you. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing about how to get through difficult times. From time to time, we all want to wallow and kick and scream. And that's okay, we're all human. At the end of the day, you can choose to transform this pain into power and leverage the opportunity. You can choose not to stay in this victimized hood. Instead, you can choose to believe that these things happen to you for a reason. And find the opportunity in these difficult times to allow it to be the greatest teacher and opportunity for yourself. When you feel like you've hit rock bottom, you can think, what is this here to teach me? Some things we have to learn ourselves and go through it ourselves, otherwise we won't learn our lesson. Underneath these pains and emotions, there are lessons and opportunity. And sifting through it, that's when we let the greater knowledge of the pain come through. Most of us believe in the worst and think about the worst case scenario. And sometimes you just have to lose your shit. But it doesn't make you any less of a valuable person. This makes you real and own who you are. And that's when the real transformation happens. To start, you can love yourself just the way you are. You can start by not hating yourself first and knowing you are worth it and worth fighting for. Some people think your personality and the person you become is mostly dictated by your parents or your family members and how they treat you and the environment you grew up in. There is some truth to that. But from that point of view, you'll always be at the mercy of the decisions of others. You've given up control of your life and continue to make excuses and pity yourself even when you are at fault. You shouldn't live life according to someone else's decision. You make your own and you don't have to live the way people expect you to. If you accept the victim mindset, it's easy to make excuses for yourself and deny opportunities for growth. And when you get into that cycle, there's no end to it. At some point, we all have to grow up. You have responsibilities in every decision you make in life. Whether you choose good or bad, the decision is still your responsibility. It takes the weight off to think this way. Instead of blaming others, no one can fix your life for you. Your security is then at the whim of others. So we have to be courageous and be proactive in finding love within ourselves. If you're able to show kindness to friends and family, care as much about yourself as you do for others, maintain your boundaries, like learning to say no to others because you can't please everybody. And do what you need to be you, and fostering your compassion for yourself, then you are well on your way. As you start to realize all the loving gestures you do for other people and for yourself, it will start to become easier and start to become a habit. And you can believe that the difficult times you are going through is here to teach you a lesson. And that's when you will transform the pain into power and leverage your opportunity. As I was going through the beginning stages of scleroderma, I was living in a lot of fear because there was a lot of uncertainty for my future and how long I will live. But now I'm still scared and I don't know what will happen to me in the future. But I accept who I am and whatever will happen to me in the future. I'm not going to hate myself anymore for having this disease. I'm going to turn this acceptance of my life, my body, and health issues into loving and appreciating every moment of my life. It's a lesson to teach me to live in the now and not overthink and worry about the future because I cannot control it. I hope you liked today's video and it helped you think about all the difficult times you've been through and or currently going through and choose to transform this pain into power and strength. And when you think you've hit rock bottom, stop, breathe, and think about what is this here to teach me, and allow the greater knowledge of this pain come through. Please press the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you. Bye! It's definitely easier to say no than to say yes. Hey to my channel. My name is Lyna and I make videos about living with a chronic illness and self-care tips for you. Out of my own curiosity, I decided to research why humans don't like change. And if you're also curious in knowing why, please continue watching. Life is hard. We all have demons in our lives. Often, life is suffering. There is beauty to the suffering. The cold, hard truth about this world is that time is relentless. The world will continue to spin regardless of your emotions, feelings, and circumstances. And we all go on our personal journeys, challenging our own obstacles. With that being said, everyone is climbing similar but entirely different hills. Everyone sees themselves differently, and we all look at them in a different way. You might think you are a good mind reader. You might know somebody really well, but you can never exactly know what's on their mind. Some reasons why we are scared of changes are loss of control, excess uncertainty, surprise, decisions that are imposed on people suddenly with no time to get used to the idea, or prepare for the consequences are generally resisted. It's definitely easier to say no than to say yes. Everything will seem different. We are creatures of habit. Changing jolts us into consciousness, and sometimes in a really uncomfortable way. Another reason for why we fear change is it could be more work and concerns about competence. Change is resisted when it makes people feel stupid. The other part is you never really know what's going on in someone else's head, and there could be a lot of things going on. You can't make somebody change. You can inspire them to change. You can educate them towards change. You can support them in their change, but you can't make them change. We are hardwired to resist change, and it's natural. Part of the body interprets change as a threat and releases the hormones for fear, flight, or fight. Our bodies is actually protecting us from change. We don't change people the way we can change an electronic device. We can't upload a new software or switch them on and off with a remote control. Here are some reasons why change is good for you. Number 1, life in the comfort zone is easy. But outside of the comfort zone, your assumptions, opinions, mindset, and belief systems are tested. You must find new ways to articulate who you are and what you believe. Number 2, you get to experience more. You get the opportunity to embrace new experiences. When you look back, all the really amazing things are because of the new experiences you had. And these experiences make who you are today. Number 3, you get to find out who you really are. You find out what you can handle and what you can't. Helps you to figure out a better path to take in life. Number 4, makes you more flexible and adaptable. We learn to embrace chaos in a way that is acceptable and achievable. Number 5, you have more fun because you are open to saying yes more. Life is truly what you make it out to be, and everyone has their own journey that should be respected. But I think the most important key to life this far is having a relationship with yourself first. To love yourself and to know what's best for you on your own chosen path. And if someone comes along the way and makes a positive impact and they make you smile, then keep them with you. I hope you guys liked today's video and you learned reasons why humans don't like change and some reasons why change is good. Life is truly what you make it out to be, and everyone has their own journey that should be respected. People are dancing to the beat of their own drum. Please press the like button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Then say stop in your head. Then ask yourself, what evidence do I have to support this thought? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lyna and I make videos about living with a chronic illness and self-care tips for you. We all have insecurities and it can make people doubt themselves constantly. And it can even ruin relationships.
It's easier to define insecurity than to overcome it.
One definition of insecurity is that it is simply a lack of confidence in oneself. Insecurities are negative emotions that threaten to destroy us, and it can steal your personal happiness. But remember, just because we have insecurities, it does not automatically make us toxic. So if you're interested in knowing about steps on how to deal with your insecurities, please continue watching. Being insecure is not gender specific. Both gender can experience this. Some people can only think about how to make sure they are only doing the right things because they are so afraid of disappointing the people that they love. They tend to terrify themselves with their biased perception of reality. Don't become a victim of your own self-doubt and unease. You can live a happy life if you choose to accept your own insecurities. The good news is that there is ways to build your self-esteem. While it won't happen instantly, but with the right strategies and mindset, you'll be able to start taking steps towards changing the way you feel about yourself. Number 1, focus on your contributions. Focusing on your contributions rather than your shortcomings is huge. Remember the time that you helped your parents shovel their snow just so they can stay inside? And now with COVID-19, remember how you called and helped buy groceries for a family member or your friend so they didn't have to make an extra trip out? Is an amazing contribution. Number 2, challenge negative thoughts. We are all human. We make mistakes. Self-talk is your inner voice. If you're experiencing negative thoughts and beating yourself up, you will be stuck in a negative cycle of shame and self-loathing. Recognizing your negative thoughts is the first step. Then say stop in your head. Then ask yourself, what evidence do I have to support this thought? You'll notice that the evidence isn't strong. Then replace the thought with something more rational and positive. Number 3, look towards supportive people. Research shows that spending time with friends and family makes a big difference when it comes to happiness. Having social time is especially important, even for introverts. While money can't buy happiness, spending time with the ones you love and creating memorable experiences is always a good investment. Perhaps watching a show together or going for a walk. And even projects around the house is a great way to get everyone involved and working together. Spending time with loved ones is beneficial to your mental well-being as well as your relationships. Number 4, do things you like. Doing what you love will make you more engaged and dedicated towards your work. And our productivity and motivation will increase. For example, cooking a good meal from scratch, learning a new skill you've always wanted. Doing this will help you seek personal fulfillment, and then you will be driven by your passion. And this can give you a big boost in your self-worth as you see yourself growing. Number 5, focus on small wins. Small wins compound over time. We all make goals and sometimes they can seem so far-fetched and overcoming to reach. But if we focus on the baby steps that take us closer and closer and achieve those mini goals, it gives us constant motivation. And it's these small wins that focus on systems rather than goals. And together, all these mini achievements will help us see progress towards our big, scary goals. To share with you in my own experience, after being diagnosed with my chronic illness and seeing my body physically change and the lack of energy I started having, it started making me feel really insecure. I wasn't able to do a lot of things that I once was able to do. For example, going on steep heights and many strenuous outdoor activities. I became super afraid of anything that could put my body through even more stress. I still am, to this day, still frightened to do a lot of things. Like a lot. I was afraid to attend yoga studios again because I was afraid that I couldn't keep up with the flows because my body became so stiff. And I wore a lot of clothing to hide my skin because I was afraid of what people would think of me. But now I'm not as insecure about my body as I used to be. Yes, I still say no to a lot of outdoor activities, but I do try to take baby steps now and go on smaller walks and challenge myself to stretch my body, increase my flexibility every day. Yes, I still wear a lot of long sleeves, like right now, to hide my skin. Slowly feeling more comfortable showing my arms again and started wearing a lot more t-shirts because, meh, why not? I do, however, carry a long sleeve with me all the time just because I get cold easily still. But who doesn't do that? When I notice I start thinking negatively, I catch myself and tell myself to stop right there. I then replace these insecure thoughts with a more rational and positive one. Spending time with loved ones also helped tremendously, and joining online support groups helped so much as well. And slowly, these negative thoughts and insecurities just became even smaller voices. Again, learning how to deal with your insecurities does not happen overnight. But with the right strategies and mindset, you will be able to start taking steps towards changing the way you feel about yourself. And slowly, those insecurities just become smaller voices. I hope this video encouraged you to start taking some small steps to handle your insecurities in ways that can create meaningful shifts in your life. It would make me so happy if you supported me by giving me a thumbs up for this video. And subscribe, and make sure you click the notification bell so you know when my next video gets out. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!